Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining me on special edition of Into the Red Rabbit Hole. I'm kind of combining this actual podcast with another one that we call Becoming Monsters and Midnight's Monsters Beyond the Dark. So I'm kind of combining it because of the subject matter. It all pertains to the same basic thing. This one is on interdimensional beings. Um, we all know what we've been seeing lately. Let's admit it. Things are strange. Things are very, very strange out there. But we have to do what we need to do to survive. And I'm going to start by reading this disclaimer that I put on here every time I come on that protects me from being censored by all the bots that YouTube and Facebook have. Alrighty. This channel, Nighthawk High Strange, this podcast channel, may use some copyrighted materials without specific authorization of the owner, but contends that it falls under the Fair Use Act. The Fair Use Act is the Copyright Act of 1976. Nighthawk High Strange, this podcast channel, and all the podcasts on the channel declare fair use of any and all content to be used for the sole purpose of informing you, the viewing family, of information for educational purposes, for criticism, for commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, parody, and general knowledge only. And per Title 17 USC subsection 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, otherwise known as the Fair Use Act. Okay, that is out of the way. I want to say hello to everybody. Every time I say that, I sound like I'm going to be the old lady from the Christmas Vacation movie. Hello, everybody. All right, let's see. I got Ray in the house, Prospecting USA in the house, Susan Lawrence, great to see you. Dave, good to see you. And Edna, good to see you. Been a while. Hope everybody is good. Anybody else out there, just pop in, say hi. Mr. Saturn 1, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time either, brother. Good to see you. Oh, it's Mrs. Saturn, excuse me. Oh. Or it could be hello, hello, hello. All right, everybody. Yeah, finally able to catch us live, Mr. Saturn 1. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, because honestly, and I'm going to be upfront with everybody, okay? I got to be upfront with everybody. I am not sure how long I'm going to be doing podcasts, okay? So, that being said, some of these podcasts may be done when I'm physically able or when my electronics let me, because we all know every time I get on subject matter, some of the stuff is sensitive, and the powers that be try to mute me and mess with me big time. Okay. Um, anyways, oh, good to see you, Sue. Good to see you. All right. Well, I hope everybody's doing good. I really do. Anyways, tonight the topic I want to talk about is, everybody's seen the whole rigmarole about the whole Miami Mall thing. I'm sure you all have. It's been on several other casts throughout YouTube and other social media. Um, we all can't depend on TikTok to be totally truthful. So take it with a grain of salt. But when you're talking interdimensional beings, okay, and that's what we're getting into here. They're saying that they saw a portal open up, which is very, very possible. The portal could have opened up. Okay. Um, Good to see you, Scott. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on, brother. Um, I'm pushing through. I'm I got my energy drink here to get me through the podcast tonight. So let's see what I can do. I don't know how long I'll be able to go, but I'm going as best as I can. Um, anyways, as I was saying, um, was that we all know that portals do exist. Okay, Mr. Saturn one, I'm sure you and everybody out there know that for a fact. Um, portals. The way portals work, see that's the thing that people don't understand. Okay, is really the way a portal works is it works off of kinetic what I call this is what I call okay what I call kinetic energy. Okay, where it's connected to the environment. Okay. Portals can come from trees, portals can come from water, portals can come from sunlight energy, portals can come from people's energy that are able to control them, their spiritual aspect of their body, their ancestral aspect of their body. Okay. They can come from really anything. Okay. Anything with energy. And we all know that our world is energy. Okay. And different portals open up at different frequencies. Okay. Different size portals from different dimensions and or whatever you want to call them, parallel worlds, however you want to put it. Okay. Um, the whole aspect of the whole Miami Mall thing is very interesting because they claim to have seen this. Well, the original thing was with the Miami Mall was it was called in by several people to the police department there. That there was young people, about 50 young people, having a gunfight supposedly, and here it was young people putting firecrackers in the garbage cans and in the dumpsters and stuff around the place where they were in the part of the mall. And how it echoes effects. It sounds like gunfire. They think of Home Alone with the little kid in the house where he put the firecrackers in the metal bucket, by the back door of the pot. And it sounds like gunfire going off. Okay, um, which by the way is one of my favorite movies. Okay, I'm just saying. Um, that's what the initial call was. But after speaking with several people that were supposedly there, that claimed to be there, that work there, that calls, they're saying that the Miami alien incident is a separate night altogether from the juvenile incident. Okay. And this is coming from several employees of the mall's certain stores. Okay. So we can't really confirm or deny whether it all happened the same night. Okay. Now, what they're stating, the way they're stating it, obviously somebody's done their research. And my guess is that it is our local military industrial complex. Okay. That has basically gotten the green light to fake something. Okay. Um, what we don't know completely, but we know it has something to do with either aliens or invasion, or the end of the world type of a scenario. Um, but it's not far fetched to think that portals could have opened up in some location around here on the East Coast because portals, as I've said before, will open up anywhere. Okay. Um, They are, yeah, 2 drink minimum on the energy drink. That's for sure because it's got my heart racing. Um, wait a minute. Let me see what here. Has there been any officers' body cams and people have obtained? No, but there has been a Freedom of Information Act request by Jasko. He's a good young man. Has his own podcast. He's done a information request on it to get some of the body cam footage. But freedom of information could take anywhere up to a year a whole 12 months before they even have to respond to it. So, even requesting under the FOAI, it doesn't, or FOIA, excuse me, I said that backwards. Is basically, it's whatever they want to give us. It doesn't mean we're going to get it in a timely manner. They could take their time. Okay. But that being said, anyways, getting back to the initial part with the portals and stuff, and the openings of them, they very well could have had the portals opening, because we all know Miami's surrounded by water. Miami is electrified because it's kind of like that high intensity energy vibe from everybody living down there. So yes, there is possible energy that the portals could have been opened. In fact, two separate ones, like it was stated, with three beings. Now let's discuss the beings. Okay, the beings were said to be 10 feet tall and all black. Okay, and walking on two legs. Okay, like humans, but they weren't human. Okay. To me, that smacks more of basically a military industrial complex, utilizing something that CERN might have taught them. And that is opening up portals to other dimensions and other parallel universes. Okay. Interdimensional beings. Okay. Let me put some up here. Interdimensional beings have a way of, and I'm talking on a higher resonance frequency than what we are. Okay. So we're down here. Okay. We're down here. All right. And they're up here. Okay. On their resonance frequencies. Okay. For their energy. So they can resonate anything, and go anywhere, because they have that ability. They're more developed and advanced than we are. Okay. So we have to keep that in mind. But as I stated, many times, portals can be opened up anywhere. Okay. Now, in Miami, let me see. I'm going to my pictures here. Energy resonation is, everybody can do it. Okay. We can all become the monster that travels dimensions, believe it or not. We have that ability. We have just lost the knowledge of it. Okay. So, that being said, I don't doubt that three interdimensional beings were in the mall. Okay. I don't doubt that the reports of UFO activity prior to this was highly active in the Miami area, because we all know that in the Gulf Coast is one of the highest active areas along the United States shorelines. Okay. So it could have been very well highly active. So, but anyways, the energy that these beings have to commit to utilize is kind of like how we go and we do spirit talking and get EVPs from any type of ghost hunts that we've been on. Okay. You can record the electronic phenomena of their voice. Okay. With certain gadgets. And you can even have them manifest from certain energy produced from the gadgets. Okay. That we know. Okay. That is a confirmed knowledge. Yes. We can do that. Now, if we know that, what do you think they know? Okay. I would say they have known this for a lot longer than we have. You see, our world is not what it appears to be. Okay. It isn't. Our world is not, I'll repeat, not what it appears to be. I have talked numerous times about beings coming from other areas of reality. Okay. Whether you call it another dimension, whether you call it a parallel universe. Recently, NASA has basically tried to suppress something that mankind needs to know. Okay. And I hope this goes out to as many people as possible. The military industrial complex that I have bumped heads with numerous times, and the intimidation tactics that they have is pretty legit. But I don't care. I've got my limited time here, anyways, so I'm not worried about it. But they have had the knowledge of these types of energy, what I call energy vortexes that open up to portals. Okay, and that's pretty much what it is. And they have figured out a way to control it. Okay, and for something, you know, to come through from another realm, what we have to remember is that our reality is like the pages of a book. Okay, is literally like the pages of a book, laying one page on top of the other. Okay, that's our reality, one page on top of the other. Now, in between those pages, there could be a piece of paper, which is called the shadow realm. Okay, in between the parallel worlds is represented by this piece of paper is the shadow realm. Okay, you know it as the veil. Whenever you guys talk about the veil, you're talking about the shadow realm. Okay, and it's been called the reverse world, the upside down world, you know, the back rooms, you know, that's what it's called. Okay, it's got all those titles, but I specifically call it the shadow realm. Okay, and it is literally where all of the negative aspects of our makeup, okay, and every other entity's makeup, whether it's demonic or whether it's extraterrestrial or whether it is elemental in nature, all the negative and evil aspects of every being goes to that realm. And that is where the demonic come from. And they can cross through portals and through rips in the veil into our world, okay, and cause havoc. Okay, now that is why I've combined both of these podcasts together tonight. Okay, and I really don't think I'm going to be able to get too far with it right now because they're already messing with my video. I'm becoming very, very staggered and stuff by motion. But anyways, we all know that there are beings, ancient beings that live here in our world, okay, underneath our feet. We all know that there are beings on what we call the celestial stars in the sky, okay. Um, but have you heard? And this I would like to for you guys to verify if you have heard this, okay. Um, Hello, Melissa. Good to see you. Um, have you heard about space above the firmament being water? Okay. And basically a level of heaven. Okay. Each time you see a being, a star, and it's moving, Um, it's an angelic being, okay? And this has been reported by NASA also, okay? And the reason I'm trying to connect the angelic beings to the stars that we see that move around in the sky is because it's something that people don't believe in. They think that it's a UFO, okay? And we're talking beings, angelic beings that are 50 feet tall to 100 feet tall, depending on their rank of, and of it being in heaven, okay? Um, so what we have is what I think, since NASA has covered up the basic center of the universe picture, or the creation picture of the vast universes out there in the solar systems. They had a picture of a huge city, a floating city, smack dab in the center of all the universes. Okay. And there were beings that were flying out of this city that looked to be like stars. Okay. Angelic beings that were 50 to 100 feet tall with wings like eagles. And you know how they describe some of the wings, being, you know, so you have to understand that that part of the universe, it's like when we leave this world, when we die, okay? And trust me, I'm very versed at this right now with all the scares I've had. Um, when we die, we're given a choice, okay, of whether accepting heaven, whether accepting hell, or whether turning around and looking behind us instead of looking into the light where your soul will be recycled. Turn around and look behind you, as my father used to say, and look at the vast world and universe behind you. That's where we came from. Okay, that's where our energy came from. This flesh suit is only a suit. Okay, that's all it ever is. All right. So, that being said, um, it has been a long time coming to see beings coming from other dimensions. I can't really, I can't. How we doing, Juno, brother? Good to see you on here. I can't really stress the importance of having to acknowledge that some of the old texts that we have, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Kabbalah, whether it's the Bible, whether it's any of the other ancient books, um, they all describe the same thing. Okay, of where we're going to go. Okay, and what choices we have. Every one of them describe it. Okay, but all we have to do, instead of looking at that light and heading towards that light, is turn around. Just tell yourself to turn around and look behind you and see what you see. Because you always have that choice to turn back around and go back into the light. Okay, that's what energy does. Okay, but you control your energy. That's the thing. You control your energy. Okay, nobody else does that for you. All right. It's been my experience through my meditation and all of my ceremonies that I've done over time that you'd be surprised what our energy can do. Okay. You'd be surprised what your energy can endure. The pain, um, some people can't take the pain and others can. That's because the others that can take pain are vibrating at a higher frequency. You see what I mean? Others that see things are vibrating at another frequency, at a higher frequency. Okay. Some human beings have that ability to see things and to hear things, and others don't. Okay. It's just a matter of fine tuning your ability to interact with the higher dimensions. Okay. With other realms. Um, One thing that you have to remember too is the fact that a lot of the stuff that's in our world, and I'm saying this to everybody out there, okay? Everybody that claims to have a Bigfoot sighting or a dog man sighting or a lizard man sighting or devil monkey, whatever you want to say, you saw um, Jersey Devil, think about that for a while, okay? Every one of those names, every something about where we live. Put that with the you can only be picked from certain entities and beings that are in our world and certain location names and combine them both, and then you have missing people. You see what I'm saying? Everything is connected. Okay, everything is connected. What we do in this world, we do to other worlds. Okay, what we do to the web, we do to ourselves. Okay, that is the truth. All right. Whenever I tell people to go out on cryptid hunts, like my dear brother is doing tonight, Norm, and his brother Steve, and he's down there with my brother Steve and Shannon. I hope they're listening. You have to go in a good way. Okay. You need to find yourself. That's not easy to do because we're put here to be tested. Okay. And if you pass all the tests and stuff that God puts before you and the devil tries to screw you up, then if you pass those tests, then you're doing good. You'll be at a higher frequency. Okay. You'll be able to handle the pain. You'll be able to handle the suffering. Okay. Because you know that you're going to a better place when you leave your body. Okay. When you leave this flesh suit. Okay. Now, the people at the Miami Mall, I don't know. I mean, it was such a mixed, screwed up night. Um, there's cameras all over the place down there. Okay. If it was interdimensional beings, they should have caught it on cameras, except for the little booths that are outside. When they pull down the metal garage door things, it'll close off the camera inside the cubicle. Okay. But several of the stores there should have had their cameras working, and the body cameras footage from the officers should tell something too. But everything that I see points to it being a complete fraud. Okay. Um, and that's from an investigation that I concluded. Okay. I wish I could say it wasn't. I really do. What's this? Mr. Saturn. My grandma always said life is pain. Yeah, yeah, life is pain. But you know what? When you learn, and see, that's the thing, Mr. Saturn. That's the thing. You take life. Okay, I want everybody to try this. Okay, I want everybody to try this. Okay, I want you to close your eyes. Okay, whether you're doing this live with me now or whether you're doing it on a repeat on a playback later, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take both your hands to your side. Okay, and I want you to sweep them in. Okay, to your solar plexus and just keep them in that ball form, about the size of a cantaloupe, and just rotate them back and forth like you're holding a cantaloupe in your hand. Concentrate on what's in between your hands. Feel that heat. If you feel the heat in the palm of your hands, then you have that energy. Okay? You have the energy to do anything. Okay? That's your energy. That's your chi. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? Now, everybody that reports seeing Bigfoot and other cryptids with that glowing ball of light above them, okay? What makes you think that that isn't their energy that you're seeing? Like your chi, okay? Think about it. It very well could be, okay? We all have that energy, you know? We all have that energy. And if we practice enough with that, using your hand motion and concentrating on that ball or that cantaloupe you're holding on to, you can literally bring forth, and listen to me, you can literally bring forth a portal on your own. Yes, that's true. Anita, thank you. But yes, you can definitely open up your own portal. All right. So don't think that it can't happen, because it can. Energy from trees. I mean, the druids back in Europe, the druids knew that there was energy in trees. They did their portals off of trees. They would hit the tree with a stick to have the spiritual being, the elemental inside the tree, to come out and help them, and use that elemental's energy to perform ceremonies or to help the druids in some way. People in Europe know about that. Okay. The trees have energy. So, yes, a tree can open up a portal. We can walk up, you can walk up to a tree. You can walk up to a tree and you can place your hand a thumb's distance from the bark on the tree, and you just concentrate and you concentrate and you concentrate and just listen. Don't say nothing, just concentrate on that tree, and you'll feel energy coming from that tree into the palm of your hand. Try it. It works. Okay. It does work. All right. These are the senses that we lost. Yeah. Yes, that's very true. They can tell when we're anxious, and when we're weirded out, and when we're, they can tell when we're sad. They can tell, yeah, literally they can. You're absolutely right, Mr. Saturn. But for everybody to say that they're seeing all these beings and stuff, my whole point with this thing just now was to prove that we all, when we put our minds to it, okay, we can manifest anything. Anything. It may take a while to come to you, but if you do it long enough and you practice it long enough, you can manifest anything. That's what we had in the old days. How did they move those 2-ton blocks to build the pyramids? How did they move those 2-ton blocks to build the Mayan temples? Energy. Pure energy. Okay. As long as you have something feeding you the energy to keep on going, then you have energy. Think about it. It's like having a backpack full of, Energizer batteries on us, um, to keep you going and going and going. Literally, the Sphinx, the pyramids, the Mayan temples, everything was built like that in the old days. How do I know that? I think I should keep that one to myself. Okay. But I can tell you that the more you practice at it, the better you're going to be, the stronger you're going to feel, the more focused and centered you're going to feel. Okay. And I'm not saying give up on your creator. There is a God. Okay. There is a one creator for all of us. Okay. Whether you call him Elil or Enki or, Jesus, Buddha, I don't know Muhammad, you can call him whatever you want. There's still one angelic being that created us. Okay. No matter what you call him. Okay. Utilize what I showed you tonight. Okay. With working with the energy. When you go out and you're doing investigations and stuff, and you go into like haunted locations, tap into that energy. And instead of them draining your energy to speak to you, tap into their energy to speak to them. You can do it. Okay. You can do it. Take a tablet, paper, and a pencil with you and just jot down what you're being told mentally. Okay. And see if it jives with EVPs that you have. Okay. This is just the beginning. Okay. Now I'm old, I'm tired, but I've done ceremonies since I was little. Okay. And I'm talking 3 years old. You have to realize the power that you have inside you to do things that we used to do in the old days, in the ancient days, that our ancestors were able to do. Okay. We all have it. We all have that ability. But practice that, over the next week or so, and let me know. You could email me or hit me up on Facebook. Let me know how you guys feel. Or what happened. I've even gone so far as to put like a crystal in front of me and doing that and seeing if my energy will move that crystal. And you know what? You can levitate that crystal with your energy. The same way that our ancestors levitated those 2-ton blocks to build the pyramids and to build the Mayan temples and everything else that's humongous. Okay. The same way. Start out small and work up big. That's one of the things that the powers that be don't want you to know. Okay. Let me hold on a second. I got to take a drink. Ew. Tastes like cough syrup. Ugh. So much for energy drinks. But yeah, this is. Oh, thank you, Mr. Saturn. I appreciate that. I'm probably I have another time I'm coming on here. I'm going to be getting off here pretty soon, but I have another one starting where we're going to talk about the coming war. Okay, and I'm not talking World War III. Okay, World War III is not even part of my discussion tonight. I'm talking about a coming war between us, the good, the light, and the evil. So until then, I want everybody to question everything, practice what I taught you, and I'll be coming back on in about 20 minutes or so. Okay, so look for it then, and we'll be talking about basically kind of about as with the Miami Mall and everything and the interdimensional things to the coming war. Okay, so and remember, history always repeats itself. So, all right, guys, I will see you all later in about 20 minutes, and take care. And if you can, like, heart, and share this one out. I know it's a little shorter than I normally do, but I've got double back to back, and just watch for me coming back on. Okay. All right, guys. Love you. Take care. See you in a little bit.